Hey guys, let's talk about adding an animation effect in alpine.js. So there are two ways we can add an animation. The first way is to use the alpine's default animation, and the second way is to add our own CSS classes to do the animation. So one thing we need to mention at first, that we are only going to use the animation with the xShow, not xIf. We cannot add the animation effect with the xIf, it will not work. So we are only going to use the xShow to add the animation. So I have created a div here, given this a box class, and at the box class I have given this a specific height, weight and a background color, so we can actually see that. Also I have used the xShow directive here because otherwise it is not going to work. Also this is a toggle button, so when we are going to click that, this is going to be toggled, but as you can see there is no animation. So at first we are going to see how we can use the alpine's default animation effect. So in order to use that, this is very simple. We just need to add an X transition. So this is the div here, we want to add the transition. I'm just going to put it at the next line. So at first we are just going to use the X transition. Let's save, and now we can see a little animation effect in here. This kind of fades in and also scale up. So these two are the default animation of alpine: scale and fade. So it kind of starts from the opacity of 0 and gets to 100. Then again while leaving, it starts from 100 to 0, and also same thing happens for the scale. Okay, so if we just add it, it is going to add the transition effect, and the default timing is 500 millisecond for both entering phase and the leaving phase. But we can actually change the animation duration by using X transition enter dot duration and whatever value you want in millisecond. So let's say we want to make it super fast, so let's say 50 millisecond, and now if we toggle it, it can it turns on super fast. Let's just copy this and let's also add the leave. Let's make it 1000. That means on second. This comes in super fast, but it goes slowly, right? So this is actually working. Now it should be real slow. Okay, so this is how we can actually modify the enter duration and the leave duration. And we can also add a transition delay. So after that specified time, the transition will start. So in order to do that, we just need to add, I'm just going to remove these two here. So X transition dot delay and whatever value you want. Let's say we want on second, so it will be 100 millisecond. Let's toggle it, and this is going to wait for 1 second, then this is going to happen. So now it is going to take 1 second to start, or start to pop up or going to fade away. So this is the delay. Although I don't think this is very practical, we are not going to add delay in any cases. Now by default the alpine will add both scale and the opacity, but let's say we don't want the opacity effect or the scale effect, we can actually remove that. So let's say we only want the scale, so we can use the X transition dot scale. Let's just use the opacity first. So if we save it, then it is only going to have the opacity effect, it is not going to scale anymore. See, there is no shrinking effect or anything, so it only has the opacity effect. Now let's replace it with the scale. Let's save. Now it kind of starts from the hair like a small thing, and it enlarges, and same happens when it goes away. So only the scale is going to be visible. We can actually use the delay here to make it more visible. Okay, I'm just going to give it a value up on 1000 so that we can change see the difference slowly. Okay, we can see it kind of the size gets smaller. Okay, we can also change the other properties of a scale. We can change the value or modify the value by putting a dot here and the scale you want, let's say 10, and save. So at first this is going to be the scale of 10 within 100%. That means that will be 10% of the original size. Then it is going to start from the 10% and going to be 100%. That's mean the full size. And when it goes away, this is going to be the same. It starts from 100%, then goes to 10%. See, you can see the shrinking and popping up effect, right? Now in this case, this is going to be effective on both inter and leave, but if we want to change it depending on the inter or leave, we can also do that. So we just need to put an colon inter then scale, and for the leave this is going to be the same. Now let's say we want 100% here and leave 10. So now it is going to appear as 100, but when it will be going away, this is going to be shrink to 10. That means 10%. We can also change the effect. So in here, in the default case scenario, this is going to be starting from the center, then pops up, pops back. So the default positioning of the default origin of the scale animation is the center. But if you want to choose a specific side like top, bottom, left, right, you can also do that. So in order to do that, we just need to use the x transition dot scale dot origin and the side you want. Let's say we want it from the top. Now it is going to start from the top and goes down. We can also make it left. Okay, this is very subtle, but I think you are understanding it. Okay, so this is the fast way of creating or adding an animation in the Alpine.js by using the Alpine's default properties and everything. Now let's see how we can do that by using or adding CSS with that.